Hello, how is it going? How is it going? We are doing that flying thing after we do that, this thing. I'll do the thing. Hang on. Bleh, yucky. I will make sure that desktop audio is on, so there's a little bit of background music from the sim. But yes, we're starting at least commercial mock check rides. So we're gonna see how well this ACS bit goes. We're gonna do mock oral-ish. I have not watched any of the mock orals, and I have only been doing a little bit more of the ground study that I should be. So yeah, it might be a little bit rough. But hello, how's it going? So yes, we'll do the thing, and then we will go through and we will do practicing the maneuvers. Commercial instructor sent me what we're gonna do for next mock maneuver thing. So we'll probably just follow that. And yeah. So here we go. Mock commercial check ride. So I got there. And we go over a bunch of stuff, which is included in this. So, pilot qualification, pre-flight preparation, yay. Pilot qualifications, am I qualified to take this check ride? Let's see. Certification requirements, recent flight experience, and record keeping. So I have, and here's the thing, I'll see if I can, we won't do, we'll see. I don't think we'll do the FAR yet today. But, so I need 250 hours, check. I need some other stuff. So yeah, so there's a weird thing where, I don't know if I explained this, but there is one certain qualification that I need to do, or requirement for hours / thing, and it's under a heading of it needs to be done solo or with an instructor. And the two things are, it's a long cross country, so 250 nautical miles from point A to B at least, with 3 landings. And then the second bit is 5 hours of nighttime and 10 towered takeoffs and landings. So those things are under a heading of can be done solo or with an instructor. Talked to number 1 instructor last week because we were going to go practice doing the night stuff. And he's like, no, I don't really think so. And then we went over it and it's like, okay, so basically that rule or allowment, that's a word, right? I don't think so. It is now. Being able to do it with an instructor is basically for when students can't get insured in multi-engine planes. So then they have to. And he even texted my DPE to check what his thoughts are. And he said, my DPE said, as an examiner, he has to accept when students do that, but he doesn't like to. So what we had done, we did that like over 5 hours of night with commercial instructor with the 10 tower takeoffs and landings and the long cross country. So we nailed all that down with instructor. But now we're just going to use that for the night, the 2-hour instructed cross country instead. And I'm just going to do the solo things just to make sure that I'm not irking my DPE right off the bat. So hello, how is it going? So that whole spiel just to say, I would be done with all of my requirements. However, the way that I'm doing it now is I am going to do the solo stuff. So I still need my 5 hours of solo nighttime plus the 10 tower takeoffs and landings at night solo. Is it at night? I will have to check on that one. I'm pretty sure it is. But now I have to look. Hang on. So it is in the FAR. Yeah. It's actually quite fun. Going through it and familiarizing myself with... Where is it? I don't think it's in here. Hang on. Is it this one? It is not this one. I've been working on the Federal Aviation Regulation 119 because that's like all the things that like what it allows you to do, which we'll get into as well. So now I've forgotten completely which... Is it this one? Gosh, I don't know. Hang on. I have it bookmarked somewhere. Nope. I don't know how to use this. There. Oh, I found it. It was there. I don't know. I'll look for it. Never mind. Where was my long cross-country flight to? Somewhere that it was at least 250 miles away from where I am. But then and then my second cross-country with instructor was also 250 nautical miles away. I'm sorry, I don't give out any sort of, or I try not to anyway, any sort of potentially identifying information. But it was cool going somewhere new, and it did help a little bit with the comfort level. Because it's one thing to be able to handle like bopping 50 miles away or bopping 100 miles away, but then going that long and being okay with it and checking on weather and stuff was interesting. Keeping it classified. Yes, we try. So the things I have done, 250 hours, at least 2 hour cross country with instructor, at least 100 nautical miles away, one during the day, one during the night. Got both of those now, technically. Yes. I'm sure there's hood time, but I'm instrument rated, so that doesn't really matter right now. And then the whole thing, I got my long cross country done. And then I just need my 5 hours of nighttime and the 10 takeoffs and landings towered is what I have left. Which again, so last week I was able to fly with number 1 instructor out of my home airport at night, and it was interesting. I thought it was going to be not easier, but I thought I was going to be... I've been flying more now, so I thought like if I could at least get some practice with instructor, I could just get comfortable with it, and it would just kind of not be just like flying during the day, but I thought it would be... I don't know. It was weird trying. The visual was so different, and my home airport and then the airport we went and practiced at don't have runway lights that actually show the runway. So it really was a weird thing to try and land when you don't know. You can't see until the taxi light because, landing light pops a circuit breaker until the taxi light actually hits the runway. So I'm gonna need some more experience with that. I think number 1 instructor is hopefully going to be able to have some more time starting next week. So crank that out, hopefully. So we'll be working on that. Recent flight experience. I think it's 3 hours within the past 2 months instructed. I think that's it. Privileges and limitations. Okay, so there's this whole thing. So there's holding out, there's common carriage. And as long as I know that, I should be good. So holding out is where you are basically advertising yourself as willing, in an aviation sense, to serve the public with, like, by... I'm trying to think. Okay. And now I have to figure... Okay. So I am, again, sorry. I am just kind of really starting the ground, so all of this is really rough and not quite all right there in my brain right now. So it's holding out is like basically advertising one way or another, or expressing willingness to the general public to provide paid services with an airplane, I think. And don't take anything I say as being legitimate. And then there's common carriage versus private carriage. And to be honest, I can't remember. Hang on. And then there's something with like furnishing the plane yourself. Versus like, so it's like, okay, so there's the 3 P's. You can be the pilot, you can provide the plane, and you can be paid, but you can only choose 2 of the 3. So you cannot, so if you provide the plane and you are the pilot, you cannot be paid. If you are the pilot and do not provide the plane, you can be paid. And then there's something weird with the providing the plane, but yeah, so that's a thing. And then there's something too where it's like if you have a pre-existing relationship with somebody, and I don't know this for sure, I have to find out because I kind of like it. If you have a pre-existing relationship like family or friend or something, you can be paid in instances that you wouldn't normally be able to be paid because they're not part of the public sort of thing. I'm not sure. I have to look at that again. And then there's this big list in the FAR. Once we start using the FAR, I'll bring that up, and it's like you can be paid for like scenic tours, among other things. We won't get into that. Medical certificates, class, expiration, privileges, temporary disqualifications. So once you don't need, in order to exercise your commercial privileges, you need the second class certificate. You do not need it before the Checkride, but once you are actually going to be paid, you do need your second class. And the expiration for that one is, oh no. Is that one is that one where it's just the year? Oh my god, I can't remember. I used to have this for my private. It's something weird because like the third class one is 5 years. And 2 years if you're over 40. Second class, I feel like might be 1 year for both. And then first class is 1 year and then like 6 months if you're over 40. Yeah. I'm not sure what the privileges. I guess maybe if like your medical certificate does not allow you to do certain things. I don't know. And temporary disqualifications. Oh, okay. And so then as a CFI, if you do not have your second class medical and hang on, you can act as CFI with the third class medical. And get paid. Like, sorry. If you've had your second class medical. So like if you're if your second class medical has been temporarily disqualified, you can be paid to be a CFI. Or if you don't even, hang on. I was going to say if you don't have a medical, but then you couldn't, hang on. I don't know. I will have to look that one. Yes, I'm going to have to go over that one at some point. I'm not sure. Second class is what I need. And yeah, documents required to exercise commercial pilot privileges. My certificate, my medical, and photographic identification. Yes, excellent. Basic med, blah. You can do some stuff. It something to do with Mexico, Canada, and the Bahamas. It either counts or it doesn't count. I can't remember. Oh God. Again, this is the first time I'm going through this, so I'm sorry. And basic med, you can utilize your primary care provider that's not an AME to sign off on it. You have to complete a checklist every examination every 4 years, and like a written sort of a study test thing every 2 years. Oh God. This demonstrates the ability to identify, assess, and mitigate risks encompassing failure to distinguish proficiency versus currency. Yes, you can be legally current in any way, but whether or not you're proficient is what should be the determining factor of whether you complete or actually begin a flight. Flying unfamiliar airplanes or operating with unfamiliar flight display systems and avionics. Don't do it, or at least, do the research beforehand. You knew your stuff when you took your oral exam, but you were so nervous you clammed up on some of your questions. Exactly. And okay, so the one thing that my instrument, I had all of my stuff bookmarked. And are you talking about commercial? Or which one? Because it is different. You can go, this is why I go over this so many times, is so that it's just kind of rote and just right there. Oral exams are the worst. Yes. I had all of my stuff bookmarked, I thought. And there were things that I specifically remember bookmarking in my flight. I could not find them. And I was sitting there looking and looking and looking, and I knew it was in there, but I could not figure out where I had put it. And I'm wondering if I bookmarked it on my phone instead of on my iPad, and it didn't do the connection thing. Oh, it was just it's and to just know that the DPE is just sitting there staring at you, and the longer that you take, the more they're this is concerning. No, for your private. Okay, sounds good. And right, and it is, and you can know all of the things as well as you can. You can practice and practice, but it's such, those exam jitters are real. Oh. But yeah, so my commercial instructor he's a ferry pilot. He ferries planes, and he's told me stories where he hops in a new plane, and not that he's completely unfamiliar with all the things, but it is a new plane. So that's one of the things that was one of my questions is, so do you at least take a flight with somebody else? Do you kind of I don't know, do a couple loops around the pattern, do a quick cross country, and then get kind of familiar with it and then go? And he's just no, you're not happy with your oral exam, but your high score on your written exam most likely saved you, which I liked. And that's the thing, is it is two different mediums, the written versus the oral, because it's almost like its own language with the text versus the speaking. So it's not that you don't know the things, it's just that you're not quite, at least for me, I'm not quite as familiar with the speaking the things as I am with the written things. So yes, that certainly helps. And that's why a pass is a pass sort of thing on the written exam, but also, like you said, a high score in the written could be something for the oral exam too. So yeah, that's why it's I want to try and do as well as possible on the written, just in case. And apply requirements to act as PIC under visual flight rules in a scenario given by the evaluator, and I'm not sure what sort of one he would give me. So we're gonna skip that one for now. Oh God, I forgot about all this stuff too. To determine knowledge, risk management skills, airworthiness. All right. Airworthiness requirements and compliance for airplanes, including certificate location and expiration. Ooh, I should probably memorize that. So so again, we have Aero. The airworthiness certificate is valid for 3 years. Did they change that recently? I feel like I heard something where they changed it to be 7 years now. I could be absolutely incorrect, so don't quote me on that. You're terrible with oral exams. It is, and just like the pressure of it all. Oh, yeah. So I do. I'm in complete agreement with that. And the thing is it's not. Again, I'm really happy with my DP. He is. I have to say a slightly unladylike word. He is. He's known as a hard ass, and he is very firm, and he can be like a little intimidating. But I know that he's not going to try and fault me on anything stupid. And like, it is the way that he does it is he wants you as a pilot to be safe. So knowing that does help a little bit, I think. But yeah, just in general, yeah. So yeah, we have like a little clear thing down here in the plane. So yeah, so the airworthiness, I'll have to check that again. Radio operator's license if flying outside of the US. Registration, which is valid as long as maintenance and ADs and stuff are complied with. Operating limitations, which includes... Oh, hang on. Isn't an airworthiness certificate... Oh, shoot! Valid as long as the aircraft is airworthy. I mixed them up. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, the airworthiness certificate is valid as long as the exams and... but what is it? The maintenance and like the annual and the inspections and all that are complied with. The registration is which... So it is 7 years. They did change it. Okay, sounds good. Because it was 3 years, like last year. But now it is 7 years. Well, excellent. Sounds good. So yes, so sorry, I did get those mixed up. Hello! Thank you, by the way. Oh gosh. This is gonna be rough. This is the first time I'm really going through this again, and I've forgotten all the things, apparently. So operating limitations, which includes the supplements and placards. And the weight and balance, which is the... including the POH. And the most current weight and balance information. My God. Required inspections and airplane logbook documentation. So, is that one Aviate? Yes, Aviate. The ADs. Aero, nicely done, thank you. I used to be a lot better at this. Hello, how's it going? And then Aviate, so ADs. VOR check, which I actually have to do soon, I think. The inspections, which is the 100 hour because it is a rental, as well as the annual. And altimeter and pedostatic for IFR flight. Transponder every 2 years. And ELT every 1 year. Or half the battery life. And or when it has been used in, like, for 1 cumulative hour. Yes, that thing. Oh God, what should be written on the weight and balance entry when it is no longer valid? Invalid. I'm trying to think, because I actually, up at the, at one flight school that I went to, we were looking for, which sounds bad, the current weight and balance stuff, and they found some old ones, and they had, not current, outdated, I'm not sure. I don't know that. And I probably should know this. You are close to your IFR check, so it's fresh for you. Okay, sounds good. Excellent. When can I ask? That's awesome. Very cool. Superseded. Okay, that's not okay. Thank you. Okay. That sounds familiar. Oh God. And you know what? And this is why I'm actually kind of happy that I'm gonna be taking a little bit longer to do the check ride now. Probably, potentially, maybe. Because yes, I need some work. Airworthiness directives and special airworthiness information bulletins. Airworthiness directives are mandatory. They're either immediate or they are within a certain time frame, and they can be recurring. Special airworthiness information bulletins are not mandatory, but could... I'm trying to think. They could turn into an actual AD, so it's... You should take care of them. Purpose and procedure. Oh God, for obtaining a special flight permit. FSDO. So, sorry, just giving. No, absolutely. I'm okay with that because, yeah, during my instrument, the one thing was like RAIM, and I was totally not up on the RAIM, and he definitely went down that rabbit hole, and it was just ugh. So yes, I do. I appreciate that. The sneaky avenues they may go down. Absolutely, I'm okay with this. And it's a refresher for you too, good. But always check to make sure the things that I am saying are correct. Because, again, I'm not fresh with this right now at all. Obviously, sorry. Special flight permit if the aircraft is otherwise airworthy but might, like, if an inspection hasn't been done that should have been done, if it's out of inspection or something, it's otherwise airworthy, you can get a special flight permit. Contact FSDO. Yay. Pilot performed preventative maintenance. Preventive maintenance. Now I'm wondering if that's a word. It's that one list, which I'll have to look for again. Equipment requirements for day and night VFR. Oh God, to include. Oh God, okay. So, a tomato flames. I haven't done this in a while. Airspeed tachometer for both engines. Oil pressure. My God. Preventive is correct. Okay, a lot of people say preventative. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for that. Interesting. All right. I will let it slide. Your advice, write it down every time. A tomato flames? Oh, but then. I will start doing that. I don't have a pad at the moment. I do. I like having it just there, but I'll come back to the I guess. Airspeed altimeter. Temperature gauge for liquid cooled engines. And then the oil temperature if I said oil pressure before. Fuel gauges. Seeing the letters tends to jog your memory. Oh, okay, sure. That's absolutely fair. And that's the thing too, is like I have like the cheat sheets and stuff, which I have, but I try not to use them for this stuff, just to kind of I try not to, so that I may not have to during the actual check ride, because I don't want to be in that position of like, which I have been, and I've put myself in that position of sitting there and looking and looking and looking and not finding what I wanted to find. So fuel gauges, landing gear indicator if necessary. I feel like the A is that the light. No, that's flames. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Manifold pressure. Probably. If it was a that probably is. You know what? We're just gonna use it because I am sorry. I am just. You don't need to sit here watching freaking yeah, just brain farting the entire time. Where is my cheat sheet? There it is. Okay. Day requirements. FAR 91.205B. Airspeed indicator. Tachometer for each engine. Oil pressure gauge. Manifold pressure gauge. There it is. Thank you. For each altitude engine. Altimeter, temperature gauge. Oil temperature gauge. Fuel gauge. Landing gear position. Anti-collision lights. I knew it was the light, but for some reason I could not remember what anti-collision was. 4 aircraft certified after March 11th, 96. Okay. So, and then I just saw them, but if it's forced induction, then yes, manifold pressure. Okay. And then anti-collision lights. I've already forgotten what that one was. Magnetic compass. And then the ELT and seatbelts. Yes? Okay. Safety belts. Yes. You're going to get your FAR aim now. Yes. Oh, and so technically, so my FAR aim was 2022. So technically I would need the 2023 one. However, since I have it on my Preflight, is that bad if I just use the FAR aim on my Preflight? It's completely up to date and it's all highlighted and stuff. I don't want to have to pay for another one. And then at night, it is flaps. So, is it fuel again? Fuses. Oh my god. Fuses or circuit breakers. It has been way too long. Landing light for rented aircraft. Oh, I have a question. I'm sorry, what? Why wouldn't I use that one? Like, I thought you're not supposed to technically, like, if you have an old one, you're supposed to have the new one. You're supposed to... Oh, why wouldn't I use that one? Because it's got out of... You're asking me actually the question. FAA has it available for free. Right. I don't know. I just, like, is that bad to bring just, like, my Preflight and not the actual, like, hard copy book sort of a thing? I don't know. That was just kind of my thing. How many fuses? A spare set for each thing that needs it, I think. Oh, shoot. 1 complete spare set. And then I actually... Okay, so I have a question. Can you fly... So, okay, all right, hang on. So, landing light. Only if I am flying for hire. Okay? So, does flight instruction count for that? I want to say we figured that it did, but... Oh, and is that the only one? Ooh, is that the only one? Is what only one? I'm sorry. Depends on how old school the DP is. You prefer the electronic one because you can annotate. Right, and search a heck of a lot easier. Yes. But like, and he's not that old school, but he also does stuff. He's not an old school pilot, but he does do stuff old school for the exam sort of thing. So I don't know. I'm probably way overthinking it. So I'm sorry. I appreciate it. And was the yes to the landing light for flight instruction? Because it's like, because the question is like, we're not flying the plane for hire, like I'm hiring the instructor sort of a thing. Yeah, it was weird. The fuses, it can be either a full set or 3 of each kind. Not entirely sure the difference. So like, so if certain parts need like the same fuse, if you just have... I'm not sure what the difference of that would be. Interesting. I'm just going to keep it simple for now. I have circuit breakers in my plane, so I don't need to worry about that, luckily. And then flaps, anti-collision lights. It does say aircraft certified after June 11th of 1971. position lights, and safety belts again? Source of electricity. I knew that. Dang it. Alternator or generator. For the love. Oh, 50% of fuses with each rating, meaning 10 amps, 5 amps, 20 amps, etc. Okay. So then oh, okay. So if you just have a complete spare set for each of the ones in your plane, or if you just have 3 of each of those kinds of ones, you're good. I guess it depends for landing lights. If the plane is rented in any way, then it's for hire. That's what I thought. Not sure the instructor counts towards that, but a flight school aircraft will need it. Maybe not a personal aircraft. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, there's so many like sort of weird ones and what seems like kind of grayish areas, but yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. 50%. What does that mean? If you have 4 20A circuits, you need 2 20A fuses. So then why do you need a full set in one instance and only 50% for the... I'm confused. 28 circuits. So yeah, I guess that would be my question is like why a complete full spare set versus the 50%? And it was made of low pressure. Yes, you were right. You were right. Thank you for that. I did. I completely forgot about that because I don't fly the complex anymore for a bit. Oh, wait, hang on. I do fly one with a constant speed prop once in a while. So oops. Okay. Where were we? Equipment requirements, day and night. All right, flying with inoperative equipment. If it is not on the lists, 1, and if it's not on the list, if it's like not necessary to the flight or it's not on one of the other lists, then it needs to be either disconnected and placarded in op, or fixed if it can be, or it can also be completely removed, but you have to make sure that you potentially maybe have to adjust your weight and balance for that. I think. Something like that. Using an approved minimum equipment list, kinds of operation equipment list. I haven't gotten into that stuff yet, so we'll move on. Required discrepancy records or placards? Discrepancy records. Discrepancy records. I'm not sure. Or placards. We're gonna move on from that. Yeet it, weight savings. Perfect. In the applicant demonstrates the ability to identify, assess, and mitigate risks encompassing, because I can speak, inoperative equipment discovered prior to flight. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, you noticed that this is not working. So that one of the lights in the plane that my commercial instructor provides, the red light on the side, you'll turn the lights on and it won't be on, so then you gotta tap it and then it turns on. Oh my god. Yeah. Applicant demonstrates the ability to locate, describe airplane airworthiness and registration information. It is there. Determine the airplane is airworthy in a scenario given by the evaluator. I'll find that out. Apply appropriate procedures for operating with inoperative equipment in a scenario given by the evaluator. So yeah, just another one of those where it's like, oh, you see that here's the scenario. You're flying here. You're with these people. You're doing it this way. But for commercial purposes. Yes. Weather information. We would be doing that. I think we're going to wait with that one because I did not prepare a cross country sort of a thing, and I would do that with the cross country, going over the cross country thing. So we're probably just gonna skip this part for now. Just because I don't want to get into. I haven't worked with the aviation weather site for a while, and I don't want to be struggling through that as well. Circumstances that would make diversion prudent, personal weather minimums. VFR, hazardous weather conditions to include known or forecast icing or turbulence aloft. Onboard weather equipment, aviation weather reports and forecasts, in-flight weather resources. Oh, God. Okay. All right. And yes, and again, I did not plan the cross-country flight planning. We could do... to include conversion to universal coordinated time. I don't remember if that was in the private one. Fuel requirements to include reserve 30 minutes during the day, 45 at night. I'm wondering, okay, so since I'm instrument rated, is he going to ask me specific instrument questions as well then? Like, would he be like, okay, so what if you were doing it on an instrument flight plan? I feel like that's like he potentially would. Oh, but it's elements of a VFR flight plan. All the things of an IFR flight plan except VFR. Procedures for activating and closing a VFR flight plan. Flight plan. For flight. Click. And then you call them, or you say, "Hey, I have the airport in sight. Cancel VFR." The applicant demonstrates ability to identify, assess, and mitigate risks encompassing PAVE, the pilot, the aircraft, the environment, external pressures. And then again, limitations of air traffic control services and improper fuel planning. So yeah, being aware that sometime if you're too low to the ground or in a certain area where ATC cannot either see you or hear you, that could be an issue. On our long cross country, we were at a certain altitude for wind because we didn't want the as much of a headwind as was a little bit higher, and we had flight following. And they actually came on and said, we're going to lose you unless you get higher. So do you want to get higher or what? And we were like, well, we want to kind of keep on going. So we had to, cancel with them and stay at our altitude. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. And then when they're busy, it makes me feel bad, but I'm just like, well, but it's safer. Prepare, present, and explain a cross-country flight plan, which I will do potentially next time. Charts, supplements, NOTAMs, taxiway, create a navigation plan and simulate filing a VFR flight plan. Hovers finger over button. Says, I would press this button. Then he'd be like, all right. Recalculate fuel reserves based on a scenario provided by the evaluator. And that's one thing, too, from my my private that I remember is that I had it all planned in, I had the nav log in my ForeFlight, but I didn't have it printed, and he brought that up because I couldn't, because like I calculated it the night before, but then I also recalculated it the morning of, and then I recalculated it again right before we left. And he's like, well, okay, so how are you going to know if you're off or something, or if what you planned for was, and what you actually put in, like fuel reserves and stuff, is still going to be okay if you just recalculated it. So at my instrument Checkride, I made sure to print the nav log so that I would have that. If that made any sense, whatever. I feel like I'm babbling incoherently. I'm sorry. National Airspace System. Types of airspace, airspace classes, and associated requirements. Well, let's figure out where we are going. Where shall we go? sky vector. All right. We want good conditions this time. So, how about... Oops, I feel like I've been there. I need to go somewhere. You know what? We're going to go like here-ish. Because I never go... Ooh. Zany. Sure, why not? Ziv. Boom. Apparently I don't know how to use sky vector. Is it this right here? Okay. All right, okay, we're gonna go over the things. What shall we go over? We have fuel at this airport. It is untowered because, so fuel at this airport because it has little notches there. Yes, excellent. It has lighting, which is the star. Magenta means it is untowered. We have echo airspace to the surface here, and then starting at 700 here, otherwise Gulf. What's the A? What do you mean? Oh, this little thing? It has ATIS. Or AWAS. Yeah, it has the weather on the VOR DME, I believe. So it's Zanesville, Muni, Zulu, Victa, ASOS. Okay, so the ASOS is on there. I believe. I believe in a thing. How do I do the thing again? Is it... No. Yeah, this one. Yes. Okay. Far out do I go? There it is. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that, but we are going to make sure. ASOS AWAS. Yes, nailed it. Ooh, look at the listed ASOS frequency. I am ready. Hang on. Or I'm not quite ready. Hang on. Where am I again? It's right here. 114.95. Oh, it is the VOR DME. Wait. Is that usually when the A is there, or can it have different frequencies than what the actual ASOS is? Interesting. 900 feet elevation. Lights are pilot controlled because of the star. Longest runway is 5,000 feet, 5000. CTAF is 123.0. We have obstacles. 1129 is MSL. It is the height your altimeter will read if you hit the thing. And 206 is AGL. It's how far you will fall after having hit the thing. Yes. No fuel there. It is private. No lighting. Right pattern for runway 28. Bolded is the highest obstacle within that chunk of latitude, longitude. I keep forgetting what these bleeping numbers are called, but they are in that sort of sector area is... I think it's like it gives you 100-foot buffer and it's rounded up. So if you're above 1800, you should be good. Sorry. It might have a separate transmitter in the comm range, but you think it's usually over the VOR only in those cases. Oh, I never realized that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely in this case, yes. MEFs. Thank you. Maximum, elevation figure. I will hopefully at some point remember that. Yes, maximum. Just keep reminding me. And eventually I will. Maximum elevation figure. I'm so used to the MEAs and the Arokas and stuff right now. We got some Charlie airspace over there. Starts at 2500. Top is 4800. There at surface 4800. Watch out for the grain elevator. It is controlled because it is blue. I probably knew this, but why? What is the so what's the difference between the round ones and the not round ones? I'm curious. Sorry. They're kind of crazy how they're figured. They figured. Because so 8069, which what where? For what? I'm not sure what that means. Good evening. How is it going? For terrain, you think it's 200 feet plus 100 for vertical, plus rounded up to the next 100. Right, yes. What's the question? Oh, so why the circle versus the this again? I feel like I've read this, but I don't remember right at the moment. Is it just because they're like that much longer? Oh, is it over 10,000 feet? It's because it's over 10,000 feet, isn't it? Because that one's 5,500, and these two are both over 10,000 feet. 8069. Oh, that's what you meant with the, okay, over 8,060. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't understand that. I'm sorry. That is how long the runway has to be to not show up as a circle. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. What do you need to hear before entering the Charlie airspace? Your call sign. Yes. And then, okay, so the 8069er foot long runway or longer. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. Ooh, no special VFR. Which is another thing that I have to get more familiar with. Correct. Yes. Excellent. Sorry. 8,070. Oh, so if it's 8,069er, it will be a circle. Once it's 8,070, it goes. Or longer. Greater than 8. Okay. 8,000 sounds good. I will hopefully remember that this time. Is that just... Why is that? Is it just because it's like it'll be that long on the thing that like the circle would be too big? Oh, but not on a tack chart. Okay, hang on. Does this have a tack chart? Oh, there. Okay. Can I... How do I flip it to the tack chart? There it is. Boom. Oh, because they don't have circles on the tack chart. Ha. Got it. Okay. Excellent. Interesting. What do you need to enter the Charlie airspace? Two-way communication. Oh no. There it is. Okay. I think. Wait, hang on. Where were we? There it is, I think. Yeah. Control tower. But then if it's not in operation, you use that for CTAF. ATIS. Hang on. No, sorry. The C is just control. Wait. Because 122.9 or FIFE would be CTAF. I feel like I'm mixing up the IFR charts or something with the C. Well, guess what we can do? Let's go look, shall we? It follows the common traffic air advisor. Wait, wow, it does follow it. Oh, so that's Unicom. To be honest, I'm still not sure. And was that still the what do you need to enter? Two-way communication and to hear your call sign. And they need to not say no. You don't need clearance. And Unicom is generally always 122.9 or 5. Oh God, here's the thing. What is the difference between Unicom and CTAF? I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever really, that has never really clicked. Oh, equipment stuff. I completely forgot about that. Thank you. Also, wait, sorry. Also, Charlie entry requirements. And yes, that won't fit in the circles. Thank you. Mode C transponder. Is it also ADS-B? And there are some airports that exceed the circle because of runway configuration. And then they just don't use the circle, or does it look really weird? And Unicom is the FBOs. Okay. Unicom is the FBOs. Okay. CTAF is traffic calls. Unicom is generally calls the FBOs. Okay. And general airport observers on the ground. Okay. Correct. And they use squares. For those runways, do you have any examples? That would be super cool. I don't think I've ever seen. Sure. Yes. Excellent. Sorry. It is ADS-B, not. I would assume it would also be the mode C, I guess, though. Or is that just for Bravo? God. Oh, I have not gone over this stuff in a while. Now you need to check. I'm sorry. I appreciate this though, because these are things that I have not dealt with in a long time. Oh God, yeah, I miss doing this stuff, but it's kind of bothering me how much that I've let slip. It is both Mode C and ADS-B out. Okay. And that is for Charlie airspace as it is for Bravo airspace. Is that also end within the Mode C veil? Up to 10,000 feet, but then is it just ADS-B that's required over 10,000 feet? MSL? KCRP. We're just going to put it in the flight plan. There. Noom. It's so funny looking. Well, okay. So. That's so funny. Oh, okay. KNGP. NGP. New. I mean, it did look a little bit weird. Oh, okay. So it just. And it is close to that 8,006. 9 or 8,070 anyway. So interesting. So it's greater than 8,069, or if it just doesn't fit in the circle. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it looks funny because it looks like it's very, very large and shouldn't be that way, but that is fun. Okay. Okay, sorry. MSL or AGL? Sorry to play devil's advocate like this. You're gonna be, no, this is what I need because, again, DPE, he's known as a hard ass. I adore him because he does it for good reasons. He's not an a-hole, but he is very firm about stuff. So I need the devil's advocate things. And was that for the 10,000 feet thing? MSL for ADS-B. What's the minus? Which part? Where was it? I assume that's just saying its control tower is 119.4. I think. Otherwise, if there was one like that, there's no lighting. It is 8,002, but the parallel is offset by a few hundred feet. Oops. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Right. But I mean, I was just saying that it's because, not because, but it's so close to 8,000 already that if you, add the weird runways, it is going to pop itself out there. Yeah, the altitude for NGW. Am I supposed to? Hang on. Sorry, this? Oh, wait, what do you mean? Sorry. So this, like 19 feet MSL. What? Right, so it stretches beyond that 8,069 limit. Right. And wait, hang on. Did you mean NGW or did you mean NGP? Am I supposed to look for NGW? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's just saying it's the control tower frequency. Trying to trick me. Pilot controlled lighting at a towered airport? Interesting. Oh, and then, that. No lighting at a towered airport? Weird. Okay. KGRI. Oh, wait, sorry. The altitude box for the Delta. Hang on. Wait, this? The two... Oh. I assume that you're talking about... Hang on. This one. So it is below 1,200 feet. So the Delta airspace is everything below 1,200 feet because there's Charlie airspace starting at 1,200 above it. KGRI. KGRI. Non-inclusive of 1,200. Yes. And it's this one. Oh, I do. I miss doing this stuff. This stuff's fun. I could do this just the rest of the stream. We won't. I'm sorry. We will get in the plane at some point. But okay, so then this one is 7,000 because... So runway, is this a tiny runway? And then we got our Victor Airways around our VOR thing. And then KLBF. New. Scared myself. There. And 8,000. And so then again, so like if this was like over here, it'd be able to fit in the little circle. Got you. Okay. I do. It's so much fun. Just making sure I got in case they ask. Oh yes, no, and I do appreciate it. Because again, like I said, I've been looking at instrument charts for a long time now, so I do need to get back into this stuff and remember all the things that I used to know for private training, and it all slipped away as I didn't use it. And, go back to KGRI. Doing it. All right. I'm ready. So, I kind of want to look at the approaches now. Why does North Platte, was that the one that we were at before, not have an FSS frequency on top of its VOR? So like this one? Because you send and receive on the same one. In here. Is that what you're asking? What's the white dot just north of the runway? Well, I was gonna say it was the beacon, but I think it's that thing. Hang on. Is it the tower? Oh, wait, no. Is it the windsock? I know how to find out. I think. I hope. There it is. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Open dot within hard surface runway is where the VOR, DME, or Vortac location. That's what it is. Oh, okay. So it's not a tiny runway with the... God, that sounds so stupid. A tiny runway with the navigation equipment inside it. It is just the navigation equipment. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. And so it... It is a VOR. And no, it is not a helipad. Okay, sounds good. You thought it was a VOR. It is the VOR. Oh my gosh. Again, you see it? Do you see how rusty I am with this stuff? That's why we're doing it. That is why we are doing it. And I do. I appreciate you bringing up all of these things because it is just reminding me of all the things. Oh gosh. Warm and not quiet for the FSS frequency. It's always up there when it's there. Now we have to ask, what does it look like when it sends, receives different frequencies? So it'd have the number up there, and then this wouldn't be underlined. This is fun. Isn't this fun? Oh my god, I do. I miss doing this stuff. It takes me back. And we will be continuing to do this stuff, and I will actually do make the plans for the cross country that we're not going to end up doing, and we'll go over more of this stuff too. What is the underline for, by the way? It is you send as well as receive on it, I believe, unless I'm getting it mixed up. No, I'm pretty sure. Well, now I gotta go find another one. Hang on. Okay, hang on. If it's not underlined... God dang it. Is it? No, apparently not. Negative. If it is... All right, hang on. So... If it's not underlined, you can transmit on this frequency. And then there will be a little R by the frequency. So the reason you don't... Okay, so again, not quite for the FSS frequency because it doesn't have one. Or, no. Because 122.2... is the, like, kind of general one. Is it? I can't remember. Gosh darn it. Okay, so you receive on the VOR if it's not underlined. Okay, so... Show me the underline. Okay, hang on. So here it is underlined. I kind of want to go find another one because with the R, that frequency is receive only for them, so they transmit on there and you receive. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Gosh darn it. On this one. General, yes, but it can be different. So I guess I'm not sure then why it wouldn't have the frequency up on the top. Do they just not have one? Did I already ask that? You don't have the equipment to transmit voice to the nav frequency of a VOR. I'm sorry. I got confused. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm gonna do during check. No, this is not what I'm gonna do during Checkride, because I'm gonna have these moments here instead, where you can all bear witness to it instead. I'm trying to think and it was funny because when I looked, I need to get World VFR. I want to say I found like the receive onlys. Oh no. The receive onlys were all like the same frequency, I thought. Just remember it that way. Okay. There is a box nearby the OG airport with the answer. Which OG? The one over here. Oops. This OG airport or the other OG airport? And the 108 would be for the military. Yes, I believe that is also correct. I don't know. Yes, you can listen on the VOR unless it has the line. Right. Okay. We went south of to the Charlie. Okay. So this one over here. Or way down there. So this first one, over here though? Are we looking at this one? Or, hang on. Oh, this? Central Nebraska RCO 122.45. Is that why? You don't need the VOR if it's got what he's pointing out. Right. Yes, this thing. Remote communications outlet. Thank you. Yeah. I don't think I've ever utilized these frequencies ever. So that will be something that I should get familiar with, clearly. Oh God. Well, and so before I was looking at this and I was kind of wondering why like the airspace is like that. Like, I don't know. I guess I would have kind of assumed that it would be, the airspace would be more like that, you know? So like, why is, because it's for approaches, but like it's kind of weirdly, it's at like an angle from it. Thought that was kind of weird. Bingo. Have I ever talked to him? No, I don't think so. Let me think. Probably not. Because I'm very shy. And so I do things on Preflight instead. Oh. Why do I think it's angled like that? Okay, so I was assuming it was for the approach. I mean, it is for the approach, but I'm assuming that it is probably how the approach is configured. So I guess, why don't we look? Which one is it? It's gonna be whatever that is, that direction is. 3, nope, sorry, 1-3. Because I know how to read a map. So maybe that's one. Oh, nope, that is not at all what I wanted. This one. Oh, so that's RNAV 1-3 VOR 1-3. Because it is offset. Kind of, a little bit. I wish I could overlay it. Where's the thing? So yeah, so it's like that. It goes like that, and then like that. What kind of approach? Instrument approach. VOR approach. Is it just for VOR approaches? Or no. Look where the, yes, VOR is. Oh, and consider where it'd have to be for the straight in to be. It being the final approach course. So yeah, that jives. But they tend to end up like the no, okay, but they tend to end up like this because closest radial to the runway. Okay. I maybe understand. I'm not sure. The bump out is completely there. Right, to protect that approach. Right. Centered exactly on it. Right. But that's why I was like that's why I did. I assumed that it would be like that, but then it has other approaches that go into 1-3. And those go straight in. So why don't they need to protect that one? I was expecting it to be an alpha as well, but apparently it's not off too much, I guess. And it's a terminal approach. Out and back. Oh, okay, so with the procedure turn? So technically you can get all the way down to the MDA if you're within the 10 nautical miles. Okay. Sorry. VR approach 1-3 has been there for more than 20 years. Hang on. Wait. That was the last, nope, hang on. Nah, hang on. I can't remember how to read this. Is it this thing? I don't remember. So it was last amended on the 84th day of 2021, correct? Oh, March 25th. Could also read it like that. Okay. RNAV can go straight. Yes, because GPS. So, but I was wondering why don't they protect that approach as well? That was what my kind of issue is there. And how much is too much? I remember this. There's like a 3 and a 7 that's bumping around in my mind, and I cannot remember what it is. They do. Read your last. Okay, sorry, hang out. Oh, sorry. The bump out is complete. Wait. Hang on, it's technically. It's terminal. Approach, out and back. Are you talking about the terminal approach bit? I'm so sorry. MDA, refresh your memory. What's that? Minimum descent altitude. So this. It is a non-precision approach, so you can anywhere from here to your missed approach point, you can get down to here. And that is the altitude you stay at until you can, you see the runway and stuff, among other things. But we are gonna have to get in the plane pretty soon. Yes, lowest you can go on lateral only approach. The VR13 was on Amendment 18 on the chart you have here from 1999. Amazing. Okay, that's excellent. That's why it's protected to the surface. So. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then I missed. You're just taking a guess, but a precision approach versus a non. Was that? Hello, by the way. How is it going? So you're saying for the protection? Because the way the procedure is written. So then again. So it odd. Sorry, I had something weird pop up on my screen. I'm sorry. I still don't quite understand. I don't think. And you're not knowledgeable in IFR. That's absolutely fine. And you knew it was minimal something. Yes. Yeah, and that is stuff that I have to keep current and proficient on as well. I am current for another 5-ish months. But yes, must keep going because I don't want to get to this place again with my IFR stuff. And yep, whereas the RNAV to 1-3 won't get you down there until you're within 5 miles. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. I think I understand. I'll probably have to go over it again. So, okay, right, and that's okay. So anywhere from within the 10 miles, once you're turned back around, you can be getting down to that 2300. That's why it's protected there. Okay. Minimum decision altitude. Yes. Tis. And the VFR 3-1 has a FAV as well. 3-1. Oh. Okay. Okay, I do. I think I understand. Thank you. I do appreciate. So with the terminal style VOR approach, out and back without a true FAF, you need that lower protection. Okay, yep. So no bump out needed on the 3-1, but needed on the 1-3. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Oh my god. I appreciate your patience with me as always, and your help. Well, yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I was like, I mean, did they just not want to put the thing over there? But then this one is like that, which is really cool, actually. But anyway, okay. So we should probably get in the plane now. I think we were here. And I appreciate all of that. It's just, again, reminding me of all of the various areas that I am deficient on at the moment. So, look, it's a VOR there. Yay. I know what that is now. Oh, God. Truthfully, a lot of this is still hung over from old airspace. So, what would it... How often do they make changes to the actual airspace? Or is that just one of those things where it's like, why at this point? Okay, so we're going to get into Zanesville. I think we're good. And again, we're going to keep going over this stuff. Each time we do this now, and we're going to be in different places and all that, where are we taking off from? Because oh, well, I guess we could probably make sure that we actually got through the ACS, though. Hang on. So we went through the things, the charting symbology, special use airspace. We'll get to those. We will get to those. Yeah. Basic VFR weather minimums. Correctly identify airspace. Should be able to do that. Identify the requirements for operating in special use airspace or within a TFR. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this is... yes, we're going to have to get the plan. Performance limitations, atmospheric conditions, pilot technique, airplane configuration, airport environment. We're going to be good for now. We're going to be good for now. Yes, you see it still in effect long after. Oh, an approach is deleted, right. Oh, might also protect departures. That makes sense too. Okay, okay, that sounds good. And I mean, yeah, like the more protection the better. But and then that's when we get into like the special VFR stuff, which I still need to figure out. Oh god, I'm sorry. Yes, we're gonna get in the plane. We're gonna get in the plane. I really do appreciate all of that stuff, because it is like clearly and obviously I have not been keeping up my proficiency on my VFR knowledge, apparently. So all that stuff, I remember when I used to know it. Okay, so what am I doing? I need to get all of my stuff together. We have little nav map up. Yep, excellent. We have start flight tracking, because we are children of the magenta light. Because of what? Nav log. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Because of, and we're gonna do it during the daytime. Okay. So we did quite a bit of the ACS. Where is my cursor? Oh, it's a beautiful night though. Look at, oh, I need to put my, there. Oh, I do have the desktop audio on. Okay, excellent. No. What do you mean? What? Oh, no. Oh, no, Matrack IR. Hang on. Why are you not working? You were working before. Shoot. Ugh. Know the limitations of your equipment. All right, sorry, hang on. So it's just not connecting at all. So I guess we'll shut it down and try again. And it's not connected to the sim, for the love. I'm gonna have to close out. They need to build in a button. They need to build in a button. You love the police in the game? Yes. They need to have a button to like re-jog the track IR so that you don't have to shut the entire thing off when it doesn't take for whatever reason. Ow. There. Okay. Fire truck, yes. I thought maybe it was just like I don't know. I don't know what all the trucks mean. Okay, so now we're gonna get back into the play. Hey, that's so much. Yes, because I had it all set up. I put track IR on first because I know that happens, but for some reason it didn't take it. But it's good. We're okay. It's okay. We'll just make sure everything is working properly, and we'll be set to go. Make sure all the thing. I'll make sure that I have the sound on this time, so it's not going to be just me babbling. Okay. And we'll also go over what we're going to do, because we're going to do commercial instructor and I are going to do another mock check ride at some point soon, and he gave me the rundown. So this is our plan. Take off normally, climb to 2500 AGL, get into slow flight. Do slow flight. Why would we do slow flight and then steep turns? Kind of feel like we should do steep. I'm gonna switch what his itinerary. We're gonna get to 2500, then we'll do the steep turns, then we'll do slow flight into the power off stall, power on stall, accelerated stall, lazy eights, Shendel each way, some sort of emergency, steep spirals, do the eights on pylons, go back in for short field landing, soft field takeoff, soft field landing, short field takeoff, power off 180. So that is our plan at the moment. That is what we shall do. Getting back in. Kaziziv. It's so zany. Okay, it is working now. Oh. All right, we shall enjoy the night, the look of the night for a little bit, and then we will unfortunately turn it off. I'm gonna screenshot that text because I don't want to like accidentally call. I always worry about that I'm gonna be looking at a text like that. All right, here we go. We shall admire the night, the beautiful night that we cannot enjoy for one moment longer, because we must turn the sun on. All right, here we go. Why am I here? What is happening? Sorry, hang on. There, okay. Ducky. Oh, and we got to get all that stuff. All right, so we come out of the FBO, and we passed with flying colors, hopefully. You came across a YouTube about how Highway 97 starts in California and continues in Canada, then goes into Alaska. You doing IFR, I follow roads up Highway 97. That's very cool. Yes, the new one's starting tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm very much excited. Sorry, is that floating? Is that on the, hang on. Where is the runway? Strange. Okay, sorry. So yes, passed with flying colors, hopefully. That was frightening. Strange vehicles doing strange things. Okay, doing the thing. What are we doing? And now we have to actually fly the thing. So we come out. Battery goes on. Pitot heat on. Nav lights. Don't have a strobe. Beacon. Taxi landing lights. Flaps go down. And then, we have our chocks too. So we have light. Excellent. Okay. All the things. Grasp the pitot tube. Actually, oops. Sidle out. Boop. Might as well go get these things too. It is bright. Ugh. I don't know how to use this. There. And then I just control the space. There. Okay. Sorry. And then we unchock as well. I don't have to unchock both, do I? No. Okay. Did the thing. Grasp the pitot tube, peel that heat, turn it off. And then we turn all the stuff off. And honestly, this would be the third time that he's seeing me do this. You're laughing at that try. Yes, it was a little frightening though. I hope nothing like that happens on actual Checkride. I don't think I could continue. The flying through Vegas. Yes. Check. Oh, shoot. Yes. Check the fuel gauges. Yes, that thing as well. Thank you. I do usually do that. Why do I have no fuel? Well, we will fuel up before we go. Yes. We'll just do it right now. How is that? Where's the thing? How does this work? This thing. Why? We're just gonna do full. We're just gonna be completely full. Perfect. I'm trying to remember because like I have to fly there. I don't know if I want to fuel up beforehand. Like I feel like I probably should fuel up when I get there. But I don't know. State saving. Did I really go down that far though with my fuel? we're not gonna talk about it, I guess. Okay. So we did the thing. We checked the things. Then we go outside the plane. Noom. Static port vents. Stall horn. Pitot tube. Drain hole, fuel vent if I didn't. Stall horn, so that tire, drain a little bit of fuel, flap, aileron, antennas, the thing, what's the thing? The baggage door, the elevator, trim tab, rudder, more antennas, flap, aileron, drain a little bit of fuel, vents, tire, oil, drain a little bit of fuel, leading edge of the propeller, alternator belt. Who's flying this plane? Exhaust, air intake, nose wheel clearance. Did I say all the things? I hope I said all the things. I meant to say all the things. And also check the fuel caps. The plane that my commercial instructor provides has weird caps. Like one of the caps is flat, so you can't just like kind of look at it and see like which way it's turned. So that's sad. Front tire. Yes, you check the front tire as well as the clearance of the nose wheel. Yes. I have only had to do the notice that we had to put air into a tire once. And it was in my commercial instructor's plane. It's not his, but like where he is. What kind of flaps are those? Mechanical flaps. Shoot, are you talking about the different types of flaps? Like is it like mechanically actuated? Is that Can I just say that and not go into like all the different types of There's slatted flaps or slotted flaps, or I don't remember. What type? I know, that's what I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what they are. I can't even remember what all the different types are. I know what the look of them are, where like they do the different things, but I can't remember. Electrical, yes, that is. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's definitely what I meant. My bad. Oh, God. Well, this is gonna be an interesting flight. Slotted for sure. Are they Fowler? I want to say no, but I don't know. Because I feel like Fowler's the really weird one where it's got like two different pieces or something. Or are they? Or are you saying are they Fowler? Like take the little nugget. They're Fowler. No. What does Fowler do? It fouls things. I don't know. I have never really gotten into the different flap things. I'm thinking of triple slotted. That doesn't even sound familiar, but okay. Oh God. Um. Well, these they let air, like, okay, so there's some that like let the air just like there, but then there's like these where they let the air through there too. So I don't know. I don't remember. You let me know while I keep going on. I know, and it's something that I should know, especially because it is the plane that I fly. So I should at least know the things about the plane that I fly. However, I do not. Fuels on both, trim for takeoff, circuit breakers, blah 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 blah. Brakes, pedal test, passenger brief. No talking during takeoff and landing. Seatbelts on at all times. Exits out the doors to the left and right. For now, make sure they are shut and locked. Yes. Yes, and I do. I am going to go. So, yes, you would highly suggest to do a deep dive into aircraft systems prior to the oral. I absolutely will. Again, this is just me getting back into it all. I definitely have a long way to go. So, and you went through battery, electrical, prop gear, everything. Yes, and I absolutely will. And I'll be watching videos, I'll be reading, I will definitely be going super deep into like the aircraft itself that I fly especially. But yes, I am. I'm very I'm very rusty right now. We're just getting back into it. When the flaps deploy, it also travels backwards with the very what? When the flaps deploy, it also travels backwards. The flaps or the plane itself? In a heavy headwind, it could travel backwards. You had to draw the dang prop governor in the electrical system. So, okay. So I have a question because you used to have to take the commercial in a complex airplane, correct? But we don't have to do that anymore. So is that still potentially probably a thing? They are Fowler flaps on the 152. Well, and that's the same for the 172. What are the flaps' purpose? To increase. Oh, thought it was increase lifts. And yes, increase the surface area. Slotted Fowler. Okay. You did. And not sure, to be honest. Well, I will still know it. I'm not making, again, that was one of the things when I was talking to number one instructor about the one requirement, the night requirement. It could be either like the long cross country plus the 5 hours of night and 10 tower landings is under the heading of can be done solo or with an instructor. We had it done instructed, but my commercial instructor and I had it done instructed. And I talked to number one instructor, and he's like, no, probably shouldn't do that. And he texted my DP, and my DP is not into that. Like, he has to, as an examiner, accept that, but he doesn't like having to as a pilot. And that's one of the things is my number one instructor also said, the DP I have, he does not like when people cut corners. So I am not going to be cutting corners. What that whole spiel was. So I will know the things. I will learn the things. I will very much understand the things. We're just back in sort of new phase right now. Rusty new phase. So I apologize. Do increase lift, but what else is it supposed to do? Allow you to come in at a steeper descent without increasing airspeed. If that's what you're getting at. Yes. So then we'll do the thing. Clear left, clear right, clear ahead, clear back, clear. Oh, wait. Clear prop. That's one of my favorite parts. The duck is my favorite part, but being able to open the window and call is my other favorite part. Brakes are on. And now we do the thing. Oh, I could do all the other things that I'm supposed to be doing. Oh my God. Sorry. Hang on. I promise I'm better in an actual plane. Turn the 152 into a helicopter. Yes. There we go. Oh my God. This is why we actually use checklists. I always use a checklist, just not in the sim. I apologize. Even on the sim, you yell clear prop as loud as possible. I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay. So, on. $152 is hovering short final while it jets 2 miles out the controllers. Love it. Not really. I would assume so. Might get into arguments with DPEs about whether the 172 are slotted or Fowler only, but by the definition, they are both. Be able to back up my reasoning. Right. Honestly, I don't want to argue with my DPE. But then again, he is one of those where he's not going to argue just for the sake of arguing. So it would be probably more of like a challenge if we disagreed on something. It would probably be more of he wants, like you said, to be able to back up whatever I'm saying. So, well, we'll get there. We're getting in the air. What are we doing? We're doing the thing. Throttle is down. Oops, we don't need the strobe. Nav light, taxi light, oops, wrong button. Flaps go up. We are, where are we? I'm not sure. Kaziziv. Kaziziv is 900 feet. So we need to check the weather. METAR looks beautiful. If I can back up my reasoning, no DP is going to unsat me on that unless they're a real prick. Yes. And again, that's why I don't have I'm not worried about that at all, like getting unsatted for something stupid, which I'm very happy about. But yes, it is. It's just he has standards, and I want to meet them, and I need to meet them, obviously. But yeah, that was one of the why. Oh, because the thing. Okay. State saving. Like that was one of my other things when I busted on my instrument. Like I was like upset about having to tell my instructor, but I was also like, no, I have disappointed my DPE as well. Which I kind of like that I have, because then I don't know. It's better than hating my DPE. And 900 is where we're at. So we're good. We're good there. 80. We should probably figure out what runway we're taking off of. It was 80, but it was at 3 knots. Oh, so we could do runway 4. I'm sorry. So we might just do a short field takeoff to begin. Or we'll do a regular one and hope for the best. So I don't have to taxi a bunch. Oh, you missed the AWAS. Okay, so we're here. METAR. Boop and boop. So it is Kilo Zulu Victa, the 22nd at 0453 Zulu. So it is the most recent. Yes. It's automated, 080 degrees at 3 knots, 10 statute miles of visibility, clear skies, temperature of 0.3 degrees Celsius, minus 0.5 degrees Celsius for dew point, altimeter 299.3, remarks, AO2, differentiates precipitation. Sea level pressure is 1013.8. Normal is 0.2. Temperature in that format, and I have absolutely no idea what this one means. Onward. Was that okay? Was that good? I never listened to it in here because I think sometimes I have issues turning it off and I just don't want to deal with it. Yes, did the thing. Seat track back and lock, oh, I didn't do any of that stuff, did I? Oh, yeah, I did kind of. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I'm sorry, I promise I do all of this stuff better in a real plane, and apparently I need to start doing these things earlier so I can sleep more. Oh my god. Because apparently I'm tired and forgetting all the things. So, yes, all the things. We'll bring that back a little bit. Apparently we're already in a started plane, so we'll just continue. Doing the thing. Oh, no, pedals. Okay. I have no idea where. I think it's that way. Hoping for the best. Looking for traffic. Then we make our call. Zanesville traffic. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Crossing 3416. Zanesville. At Alpha.
Approaching runway 16.
Thank you, Preflight. Thank you, Preflight. That's one fast taxi. You see nothing. You see nothing. As always, again. I fly better. I taxi better. I do all the things better in a real plane. I promise. I thought about this recently. I think one of the reasons why I kind of let myself be a little bit more flippant in the sim is just because I don't want to treat it too much like real life, just because like I do like the chatting and stuff that I would not be doing in real life, so I don't want to be turning that into a habit with like real stuff, if that makes sense. But then again, there. You're having a good laugh. I'm glad. My DP would not. So it's yes. Okay, so we're doing our run up. So it is the fuels on both, trim for takeoff, flight controls, free and correct, boop, but free and correct, and up and down. Yes. And then checking the things. The instruments. Amazing. Boop-a-doop. Primer is in and locked. Mixture is best in power. All right. Did first magneto check in the air, I think. At night last week. 'Cause watch that drop. And back. Watch that drop. And back. Oops, I don't have a thing for carb heat. Carb heat. Watch that drop and back. Well, temperature, pressure, ammeter, yeah, and vacuumometer. What is it called? The suction meter or something. Wow, I want to blame it on potential tiredness. Better to do in the sim than in an actual plane. Okay, so we are at the end of the runway, so we will do a normal takeoff. And then we're going to climb to 2,500 AGL, so we'll make it 3,500. And we will depart. We're going that way. We can just go straight out, probably. Yeah, we'll go straight out. Okay. Oops. Okay, here we go. How much a difference in drop should it be in the mags? Okay, hang on. I know this is bad. Like, so I do. I know what it is in my plane because I'm familiar with my plane. But and it depends on the plane. I'm sure it is in the POH. And we've gone over this before. I do. I have much system work to do. I'm gonna quick see. I will quick see. I have the POH on my thing. Oop. But if it takes too long, you're just gonna have to tell me. Just okay. So it's I don't know the number. I just know like okay. So it's like that seems like a lot though. So if you start at 1,700, it doesn't drop below 1,500. Like, is it like 100 to 150 or something? But that's the thing is like I learned in my private just kind of how to look at it, like what the drop is, just kind of by sound, and then I don't think we ever got into what the specific is. 175 max in the plane that you fly. Okay. That feels about right. So yes, I will have to figure that out. And then there is like a there's a thing where it's also between like the difference between one like the right mag versus the left mag as well. 50 max, thank you. 50 max differential. Okay. Sounds good. And that's for takeoff at all, correct? And you think it's 50-ish? Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. I'm and this is why I am glad that commercial Checkride is probably going to take a little bit longer than I was thinking, because I don't feel like I am at a level yet where I could or should be taking it. So, we're going to get there. And you can see if you can find your POH for that 152. Sounds good. Well, you're looking for that. We're going to go take off quick. So Zanesville traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1 departing 04 straight out to Zanesville. Mixtures in, all the things, excellent. Oh no, what does it signify if it's greater than 50 differential? A fouled plug. Or
runway 04, 4,900 feet remaining.
Thank you, Preflight. Or something wrong with the mag itself. again, I feel like this is something that we've gone over before, but there's just so much. And it's going to take me a while to get all of the things together. So I appreciate you going over stuff as well as going over stuff over and over again. Okay, so, and we go. Look at Ducky, he's ready to go. All right, so we're climbing. Yes, usually falling. Okay, sounds good. And then you can hopefully burn it off. You are learning things today, hopefully from other people and not me. Because, oh my god, I'm just... I knew I had groundwork to do, but it's just all... There's even more that I have to do. And so for VFR... we can start turning 300 feet below the pattern. So that's 5, 6, 7. But we're going straight out anyway, so I guess we'll just continue. Oh, you have a 172 POH, 125 and 50. Okay, so the differential generally then is 50, at least for single engine, potentially. I will have to look. I will know for sure. All right, and so we would probably be climbing up to cruise or whatever, and it'd be like, okay, so now... Sorry. The whole cross-country portion where we'd have to figure out... We'd have to be on our way to the certain waypoint and stuff like that, and then, yeah, figure it out from there. But we're just going to climb up to 3,500. We're going to do clearing turns first. Must remember that. And then we shall do steep turns. And then we shall do slow flight into power off stall, power on stall, then accelerated stall. And then we'll check the list after that. $150 and $50 in the 172 SP. Okay, sounds good. 175 and $50 in the Archer. Most likely engines. Oh, okay, sounds good. Thank you, and I appreciate that. And again, I would rather look stupid here than in Checkride, so I appreciate you all being my guinea pigs and having patience with me. Oh, God. All right. So, 3,500. We're going to get onto a northerly heading. I don't like this for... Oh, that might be okay-ish. I kind of want to go do late... 8s on pylons right now, because that's a nice, good intersection. Though it's not very flat, I guess. 150 and 50 in the 150. You found it. Excellent. Sounds good. Thank you. So around in that area. And I will find out what it's supposed to be for mine as well. May have to remind me. Okay. Jelly bean for luck. All right. So we'll do our clearing turn. We're just going to do a 360. Make it easy. So we're looking outside the window. You will say you're used to being the one that gets the questions asked to? That's fine. That is to be the one asking the questions. Yes, and I do. I absolutely understand that. And I do appreciate it. I really do, because there's only so much that I can do on my own, because I mean, because you go into the stuff that you kind of know, and you never really know where you're short unless you have somebody somebody picking at it. So it really does help. And it was funny, I did have a moment when I went back to fix my VOR approach that I busted on instrument Checkride. When I went back, there was a question about, so we were clear of traffic. And I promise I can configure a plane better than I can in here as well. All right, so we did our clearing turn. Yeah, so during my instrument check ride, the VOR approach, so in real life, you can do a VOR approach with your GPS as long as you're monitoring the VOR itself, like the actual primary navig. And so that's what I was planning to do. But during my check ride, DPE goes, no, we gotta do it VLOC. And so it threw me a little bit, and when I told my instructor that afterward, he was like, no, you can definitely do that, but apparently there is like a regulation or something where during the check ride you have to do it that way. So when I got to, with my DPE, again, to redo it, I asked him that question, like, where is it? And so he had to sit there and look for where it was in the ACS. And that was a fun moment, being the one on the opposite side of that, sitting there and like waiting for the answer for 10 minutes while he's looking for stuff. It was a fun moment. What is the white arc for? The flaps? The flap operating range? Wait, what did he say? My DPE, where during check ride you have to do the VOR in VLOC. I am going insane. All right, so we'll do steep turns. I hold altitude and configure the plane a lot better in a real plane, so we're just gonna go for it. All right, so steep turn. Whee! Oh, and we need to go 50 degrees. And we're pulling. And I promise I do these better in a real plane as well, and they're nice and a lot smoother. New. Correct. Yes, excellent. VLOC versus GPS. So during the check ride, you have to use So I couldn't do the VOR approach using the GPS because then that's just using the same. You needed to use 2 different forms of navigational equipment or something. The $800 button, yes. So I wasn't allowed to do that approach with just the GPS because then I would only have been using just the GPS as primary navigation or something like that. Yes. Does that make sense? Am I saying strange things? I assume. So there was one steep turn. It was terrible, and I promise, I do them better in a real plane. Okay, yes, and that was the thing because my instructor was ready to, like, go to battle over that. But he did. My DPE, that was what it was, is because, for freak's sake. I'm pretty sure I went past north again, so we're just going to do another 360. So this is what's called an accelerated stall. Well, well, hang on. No, I do have to practice that one properly. So somewhere in the back of the ACS, there's something where it says you need to use the applicant needs to show their ability to use like 2 different forms of navigation or something, and so that's what it was. And so asked my DP about it, and he sat and he looked for it for a little while beforehand just to make sure. And yeah, behold the 152 minimum radius turn. And what are the tendencies during a steep turn? Oh god. What do you mean? So, like, when you're turning, you have to pull back on the yoke because your nose wants to drop because you're losing your the vertical component of lift in exchange for the horizontal component of lift. And the steeper the bank, the more loss of the vertical lift. So the more you gotta pull back on the nose to maintain altitude. And you might have to throw some extra throttle in there as well, if that makes sense. If that's what you mean. And then steep turns. You know what? We might as well do accelerated stall since that's what. Okay, wait. I have to get. Oh, hang on. I have to do it right. So I'm bringing it down to 17. Bringing it down to 17, slowing it up to about, I think it's 670. I'll have to find that out. And then we idle and whip it. Yep. And then we, oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. I wasn't supposed to do that. I just failed Checkride. Oh, improper power settings, improper compensation for pitch with bank. The leans. Oh, that sort of a thing. Okay. Correct so far. What do you mean? We got the incipient spin out of the way. Gosh darn it. Well, okay, so again, how commercial instructor has taught me is I'm supposed to get it like, I'm supposed to get my speed down. So like kind of bring it into the almost stall configuration, idle it, and then whip it into a 45. Oh, god dang it, you little schneid. Sorry, hang on. Avoided the spin, yes, thank you. But I'm not supposed to get it. So, and again, and that's the thing though, if I get into it, but I save it, as long as the DPE doesn't have to take controls, we good, right? What is happening with the bank angle in the steep turn? So, it is increasing. What do you mean? Past the 45 degrees? It wants to keep Bankening. That's a word now. It wants to keep increasing its bank. So you almost have to put in like a little bit of opposite aileron pressure to keep it at the right thing. It wants to overbank. Yes. And I'm glad you're having a good time laughing at me. Why? Because the thing. Because it's at. I have words that I want to say, but I don't think they come out right. We're gonna start heading back south again. I don't want to get too far away from where we are. I'm gonna try the accelerated stall one more time, but then I'm going to not. Don't do that. There. God damn it. There's like an increased need for me to just like continuously say I do fly better than an actual thing. Cause the thing, I know, I'm sorry. I mean, like, is there like there's like a point at which like is it like the horizontal is greater than the something? Oh, I'm so ready for Checkride. Oh my god. If you're coordinated, which you should be, there is no blanking of either wing. The outer wing has more lift than inner wing. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay. So the accelerated stall was one of the things that I had to work on. So we're gonna try it one more time. So 17. Get that speed down. And then we idle and we snap it, and go. Oh, and then we immediately correct. Yay! We didn't do the spin thing that time. All right, now we'll get into slow flight. And we'll do some stalls. Oh god, what wing stalls in a stall? Hang on. Well, what do you mean? They both stall. Slow flight. So we're bringing it down. Kind of tricky, because it's like where the spin, the one is more stalled than the other or something, right? Yeah, do you mean in a spin? Yeah, so that's that trickiness. Correct. Yes, excellent. Tendency for the left wing to stall because left turn tendencies. I don't know. What am I doing? Okay, so I need to bring this out a bit more. We're gonna get our carb heat out. Oh, I could probably also like put some flaps in there. That would be a thing that I could do. I mean, oops. That's potentially the whole thing why you tend to spin left, right? Correct, I should say. All right, so now we trimming. Ah. Nah. The duck is cheeping at me. That was frightening. At least for it to solve first. You're not commercial student yet, you're just trying to make sense of things. Well, I think that's probably also a private thing as well, so. Okay, I feel like I can never configure this aircraft for slow flight properly. So we're just gonna be good with it. So we do a turn. And there's varying... Stop cheeping at me. I'm just kidding, you're adorable. Varying levels of stall. You can definitely... stall one wing only. What sort of a configuration would you be in for that? It is, but private seems so long ago. I know. It's about 6 months. I know. I understand these things. I understand you completely. Because no, that's exactly how I feel right now. Like, going over all this, it's like, I absolutely used to know all these things. But they're, poof, all gone. Mine was almost coming up on a year ago, but definitely. If you do that, it'll drop that wing first. Improper correction could easily, get you in a spin. And you can, right. But, like, I guess I'm just trying to, like, visualize it mentally, what is actually happening with, like, the airflow and stuff. So, yeah. I guess I don't know. I can never get this plane into proper, and I probably don't know proper 152 slow flight procedures, so we're just gonna go with it. So we got our flaps and stuff, we're right on the edge of that stall, so we're just gonna do the thing. And the power off stall is full brake, so we go like so, we come at it like we're coming in for a landing, so we get to like 70, and then we idle and pull. Hold it, and then, oops. And that was probably more aggressive than I needed it to be. I was way nose high. So definitely did not need to have it that nose high. I should have just I should have put it over the nose over the horizon or whatever, and then just held it instead of, yeah, I did. I pulled the nose a bit too high. So, if I do get a wing to drop, what is the correct way to get wings level? Rudder. How long does it take to make a standard rate turn? Two minutes. I feel like there's a trick question in there, though. I pulled that quick. I don't know. Yes, I know. Just hold it just above the horizon. I did. I realized that as I was doing it. You know, I could probably, like, clean up the plane and stuff. That would probably be a good thing to do as well. My God. I'm better in a real plane, I promise. And correct on the rudder. Yes. One of the hardest things to get a person to do. Use the rudder. And that was the thing. I remember specifically when during... Excuse me? During my private training, we were working on the stalls, and I hadn't done that. I hadn't, like, done the aileron things before, but just one time when we were practicing, like, I had that urge and I kind of started to use the aileron, and I was like, it was just that, I didn't, and I was able to, like, catch it and fix it and everything, but it was just one of those moments of how, like, look at how easy that is. Because we're taught over and over that cross coordination will lead to a spin. And your instructor demonstrating rudder during slow flight really helped with that. Fair. Okay. A falling leaf stall? No. Is that where you're... what does that mean? What do you do? What is it doing? The plane is singing with the stall warning horn. I know, yes. The duck is singing. Did you see? Okay. Hang on. We're gonna quick. We're gonna get... I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but the duck. Watch the duck. Cheap. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Okay, so now we're doing the power on stall. So now I have to remember how that works. So we're at 4,000 feet. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it from here. The airport was that-ish way, I think, but we're going to get onto a heading. We still have a lot to do yet. We might not get to everything. Okay, so we're on a heading of south, and we just slow it down a little bit. Slow it down. And then... Oh, and then at the first... For the power on stall, at the first indication of a stall, you recover. For commercial. Because I'm pretty sure during private, it had to be full brake, and then after that, not anymore. Oh gosh, sorry, hang on. Do a power off, but instead of recovering, hold it in the stall. I don't wanna. Okay, we're gonna do it. And when a wing starts to drop, use the rudder to make it not drop, and continue down like that, and recover before safe altitude. Sim doesn't do it well. It wants to spin way too easily. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, we're gonna try it. So carb heat. Bring the power back. Flap. Oop. Flap. 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 Okay. So I'm doing power off stall. When a wing starts to drop, use the rudder to make it not drop. Okay. See and feel the wing drop. Okay. Okay. I will try. Okay, so a wing wants to drop. Ah, my rudder! Oh god, my rudder's under my table. God dang it. No. Hang on. It can get kind of violent. Okay, alright, let's do this. So again, we're doing the thing. Oh my god. But like... your rudder does that as well? I'm glad you understand. I mean, am I like... Is that what's supposed to be happening? It kind of... So like it kind of keeps on like going to one side or the other sort of thing? I am doing it. Okay. So that's dropping. It's dropping that way. That's dropping. Frickin' table. For the love of God. Sorry. Okay, I need to just back up a little bit. All right. Nah. Okay, trying it again. Okay. Holding it. See the wing dropping, kind of. Nope. I got my rudder all the way in, I think. Oh, God. Oh, now that wing is dropping, so I'm doing this. I got my freaking pedals under my freaking table. There. So it is? It's just like this rocking stuff? Oh my god. And it can kind of snap. Oh god. Oh, and recovering. Before we get too close to the ground, don't look at the altimeter. It lies. Oh god. Sorry, hang on. I have to get reconfigured. And climb. Okay, sorry. That was fun. That was weird. I don't want to do that in real life, but in the sim is okay. The Pipers don't spin very easily, so... Oh, it's somewhat easier to control like that. Oh, interesting. Hello, how's it going? You have always had problems getting a plane to spin in the sim. I have heard that as well. We're not gonna do the spinning. Oh my gosh, hang on. We will... We are gonna have to continue on what we were doing. That was fun, though. I had fun with that. And yeah, see, I'm not spinning. Oh, that was weird, though. Huh, okay. And you practice that in real life? And that is probably what you spent the most time doing this plane to tune the airspeed indicator? Oh my gosh. Again, kudos and thank you, as always. I do. I love this plane so much. It makes me so happy. And the work you put into it is so much appreciated. And it's not usually that violent, but you tell me this is the absolute best way to get it. Oh, student to learn how to recover with rudder. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. And it is. Former student. Okay. Well, yes. Okay. Maybe I'll ask number 1 instructor. I'm not sure that my commercial instructor would be too keen on doing that. He's not even looking forward to my spin training once I do CFI stuff. But so yeah, I'm not sure he'd be too into that. Ask my instructor to do it. I will. But so I think number 1 instructor is gonna have a little bit of time. I need to climb. You did it in the freaking arrow, so what does that mean? Okay, so we're at 3,500. I need to see what we're doing next. Power off stall, power on stall. We did our accelerated stall, lazy 8. All right, let's do that thing. I have no idea where the airport is. Okay, so we do the thing. We get into cruise configuration. We get onto a heading. So, because you didn't find it, to be the most laterally stable aircraft. Well, that sounds like a fun time. Oh my goodness. Okay. Interesting. There's like so many other things that I want to try that I think will like make me a better pilot, but especially right before Checkride, I always do get so hyper focused on the Checkride stuff that I think sometimes I do need to do some just different things once in a while. So might have to do that. Okay. All right, so we're on a heading of south. We're at 3,500. Lazy 8s. We bring it down to the 2,300. And we're going to do the thing. Am I able to use GPS during the exam? Yes. Always do the new stuff with an instructor. Even some of the stuff that is not new, I don't do. I don't think I've ever done a stall on my own because I'm just like, I should not be trusted to do these things. So yes, I'm definitely not somebody who's gonna like jump in something new or like try something new that I haven't done with an instructor. Okay, so lazy 8s. So 5 degrees of bank, and you pitch, 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 pitch. And let it drop. Nice. Don't stall on me. We're gonna bring your speed up just a smidgen. And we're gonna get back around to north, at which point we should... Oh, there we go. And then we turn back again, and we go 5 degrees, and then we continue, and we pitch, 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 pitch. That was probably a little bit more bank than I probably needed. And why am I not turning, though? Because I need to pitch some more. I need to... Oops. God dang it. Sorry. So we did a lazy 8 to the right. Now we're going to do it to the left. No, to the left. And now we got to do it to the right. For the love of God. Dang, that's something you do often. I know. I should get used to it. But fun with new passengers? I don't think so. Like, I think there are, okay, I guess there's a couple people who I've taken up who would probably be okay with it. But then there's, like, most of the other people would be like, no, not at all. We're not doing that. Okay. You won't do it with skittish people, right. But yeah, it's just, it's still one of those things where I am still fresh and new. So I'm nervous about it. And what if I do something silly? Okay. So, all right. So then we do it to the right, and we pitch, 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 pitch. Don't. And that was apparently a lazy 8. Yay, we're gonna call it good. Sim is sensitive sometimes. Yes, but also the other thing is this is a different plane than I fly in real life, so I probably don't actually know the configurations that I'm supposed to be in for them, which I know I should. At some point, I should figure it. Like I should go over the 152 POH and actually learn how to fly this thing and not fly it like the 172 I fly in real life. However, it is not this day. Okay, so we did the Lazy 8. Yay, amazing, excellent. They were terrible, but I promise I do them better in the actual plane. Oops. Okay. And then we do Chandelles. So we will get into the cruise. Yux would have killed you if you did a forward slip to landing with her. That's fair. There was the first person that I let, like, actually fly the plane, because since my private, I took passengers up, but I would not let anybody else fly the plane because I was like, no. But then I did. A few months ago, I was able to take somebody up, and I was like, I felt okay letting them fly it. And they didn't even want to. They did for a little bit, and they were like, no. And I was like, well, would you like me to do some commercial maneuvers? And they're like, no. Because they don't seem that bad now because I've flown the plane, but I guess they can be a little bit weird for people who aren't used to flying planes weekly or being in them weekly. So I absolutely understand that. All right, so Chandelle, so we 30 degrees and power in and bring that nose up. Keep that speed coming down and that nose up. Step that. And then we hang it on that stall horn. That was a terrible Chandelle. And we're just gonna be good with it. Get back into cruise. Don't let the altitude drop though. So what was I supposed to? I was supposed to just lower the nose nicely and gently. There. Okay. And then we 30 degrees right and in and up. And pull that, no, oops. Keep that speed coming down. And end on the north. And then bring the nose down gentle-like. Hold that altitude and reconfigure for cruise. Excellent, amazing. Your favorite flight was probably when you stayed in the pattern with your dad. Oh, that's so much fun. It is. Sometimes those, like, just close to home ones are the best. I think some of my favorite memories were just being in the pattern, which is weird. It seems weird. But I don't know, maybe you get more time to think a little bit or not? I'm not sure. Do you go up often? Oh. I'm glad you got the rest of your family at least. That's kind of sad though. Okay, we need to find the airport. Because we need to shoot, we're gonna climb. Oh, I'm sorry. That's nice, that is, and that's nice that you got that moment then. I have absolutely no idea where I am. Hang on, we need to climb so that we can spiral. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Okay. So we're gonna start, as we're climbing, we're gonna start making our way that way. Where the airport is. Or it should be. You know what? We're closer to this airport. We're going to this one instead. Oh, shoot, though. You know what? We're just gonna go back for our landings. or not go back for our landings. We're going to find the runway for our landings, although we might be able to do some lazy eights or eights on pylons over here. Ah, gosh darn it. I need to figure out where the wind is. Use GPS to get back. I am, but we're just not going to go back because that's a long way. So there is an airport over here somewhere, but I think I found somewhere where we might be able to do eights on pylons. But we do want to steep spiral first. And you're going into the wind, so I need to turn around, I think. Oh, so technically that's actually not a good place to do oh, God, eights on pylons, for the love. Can never remember what they're called. Yep, we are facing into the wind. And we will spiral over something. We'll figure out what it is. So that comes out. So pitch for best glide, which I believe we figured was 60. Okay, so 60. And trim it as best we can. We're heading into the wind. 44 knots. And now we have to steep spiral. What are we steep spiraling around? Okay. Over this highway. That's what we're doing. Oh, but I have to keep my freaking speed. And we're just staying over-ish the highway. We're not keeping it in any sort of sight. We're just staying over the highway. Keeping it at that 60, and then we voomp that engine, bring it back out. $60. $60. And again, just somewhere in here, we need to get to a... Oh, steep turn, so there. So we're... Oh, frick, though. I'll have to see how that actually turned out. Was that... To be honest, I'm not sure. That was 1, 2, 3. Yes! Okay, so that was 3. Yay! I think we kind of did it-ish. We definitely moved, though. That was what I was thinking, is we definitely got blown that way. So when I put it to idle and I was facing into the wind, our ground speed was 42 knots. Or when I faced, yes, and then when I did idle it, yeah, but. So there is a wind, but I'm supposed to correct for that. So I was definitely not. So when I was coming around, I should have been sort of like this deeper bank here-ish, and then like I should have been bringing it out here-ish, and then and then coming around. So yes, I do need to do better about that when there's like actual wind. Gosh darn it. Oh well. 60 sounds correct. Excellent. Sounds good. I am glad. We will
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Thank you, Preflight. We're gonna quick try and see if we can figure out a good spot for 8s on
500.
pylons. Oh, thank you. So 900-ish. So like 1700 I should be at. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna 2023-ish. Okay. So I kind of want. Ooh, nope. So I kind of want to use that, and then maybe that grove of trees. We'll see what happens. And but the wind is from that way, so I need to have one that way. Gosh darn it. Okay, hang on. Hey, maybe those 2 bridges. We're gonna try it. See what happens. Because the wind is going that way, I think. No, it's a fun. And yes, his memory lives on mostly through your streams. And I do. I love hearing about that. It has. It's been... Wait, hang on. Sorry, I was not reading my altimeter correctly. God damn. This is why I need to do these things earlier so I'm not making these dumb mistakes. But no, I do like hearing about it. I am an emotional person. So it's not you guys. It's like it's a me thing. Okay, so we need to try that again. And then we gotta do a couple of landings. So we're going out into a headwind, and then we're gonna come back into the downwind, and we're gonna do the thing. Okay. So now we go like this, and then we bring this down. Okay. And we're gonna try this. Again, I think I spend half the time practicing these things in here, trying to get the thing configured, and I can never get it quite freaking configured. Like, I can get, like, in the real plane. Hang on, I need to bring this down. That might not be far enough away. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So, we're using that over there as our first point. Ooh, I can curb your enthusiasm and sipping peach crown. Oh, God. While prepping for the new highway leg. I'm very excited. I feel very high. But we're just going to see what happens. So, snap. It's getting away, so we nose down. Nose up because it's fallen behind. And then we go the other way. Catchphrase should be the thing. Yes, I know. My brain sometimes works faster than my mouth. Or my mouth. I'm not sure. It's one of the two. It's like my brain can't keep up. No, my mouth can't keep up with my brain. So then, yeah. So then I just substitute in words and sounds. Look at the shadow! I love the shadow. And you have that kind of face? Potentially. I've always felt like I'm somebody that's just kind of like I don't have anything that's really like, I don't want to say it because it sounds like bad, but like I'm sort of bland. I don't have anything like striking or anything that's like memorable, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I could look like a lot of people. Okay, so I think, oh no. We did our steep spiral and our lazy 8 kind of on top of each other. Oh, I need to go this way. Oh, so they're gonna be kind of hard to decipher. All right, we're heading to the freaking airport. We're gonna quick try and get in these last few things, and then we're done. Okay, so KCDI, Charlie, Delta, India. I think I have to climb, so we'll go like this. Just a little bit. Charlie, Delta, India. There it is. Okay. 2993. Amazing. 360 at 3 knots. So we'll land 04. Which is perfect if I could only go the way I need to go. Okay, and I'm probably going to fly like a dummy for a bit. Because we just need to get there. Where's the thing? 799. Ooh, so that's lower. So 800, so 1800. 1800. We can get lower. Okay. We're going to keep our RPMs up. All right. Here we go. We're doing the thing. Oh, again, the thing. We're coming in. We're doing our landings, hopefully quickly, and we're gonna crop on that proper eye piston. I'm sorry. You know what? I could, and I've been meaning to. I will try. I will try to hook my yoke mount up to this yoke. I'm sorry. And okay, isn't there a way to like make track IR like stop here? Like if it goes any, oh, but if I did want to like go like that. So if I went anywhere past here, like it wouldn't go. Runway, I think. Yes. Okay. So you don't have to keep looking down at the seat every time I check the GPS. I know. Especially for the entire flight, like last week. That was just last week, right? Jeez. It seems like, okay, is it just me or is time like going faster as well as a lot slower? I don't like it. Okay, so I think I'm like trimmed out wonk like. However, all right, so I think we're doing short field landing. I think. I have no idea where we are, so we're just not going to worry about calls. Oh, I did put my carb heat in. Have I had my carb? Oh my god. Reconfigure things. Or backwards, as it were, yes. Okay, so we're doing short field. So we're gonna hit the number. That's what we're gonna do. The number. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, oops. Nope. That's not what we're doing. I'm so used to doing power off 180s that I just like full idled. Okay. So, flap. Okay. We did our thing. Yes. My brain knows what I mean. My mouth does not. They're like, oh no, 5 things an instructor never wants to hear. Time warp, no idea where we are. Oh gosh, oops, nope, that's not what we're doing. I have said so many things that my instructors do not want to hear. And they're absolute champs about it. Okay, we're bringing it out a little bit more, putting that third thing in. Oh god, okay. Landing on the number. Oh god. Oh shoot. Oh, and well, we're gonna find out. Oh god, I'm coming in way too freaking fast, and I could probably land on the actual runway would be a good thing to do as well. Put it down in here. I am on the brakes. That was probably not short enough field, but the third thing, oh no, what the, I don't even remember what thing I was referring to. That thing, we're gonna do, I think we could, hey, shh, stop it, there, soft field, okay, so we're going, and we got the yoke back. Oh, and it's 100 feet leeway. -0 plus 100 for short field, correct? Yes? Probably flaps. Yes, that is, yes, I think that's what I meant. See? You can translate. Okay. What am I doing? I am turning. At some point. Okay, we're gonna turn about here. Now we're gonna do soft field landing, or attempt to. You think you're learning the thing now? Yes, excellent. I just have to do it enough, subject you to it enough, and eventually it starts to click. It doesn't click in my brain, but it will. It will for you. Okay, so we're here, bringing this down. And soft field, we're just gonna keep, can you stop it? Keep, I don't know where I was going with that, I'm sorry. Keeping the note, can you stop, my trim. That is like the one thing that I would totally get into my sim setup is freaking trim wheel, because oh my god. I'll bring it down to the 1500. I promise I can configure a plane properly in real life. All right, and now we just keep the nose off. Don't plant it. I keep like leaning into the runway. I don't do that in real life, I promise. Yeah. All right.
Short final runway 04 Kilo Charlie Delta India.
And then
Airport not in current route.
I am aware of that. Thank you, Preflight. Okay. So what commercial instructor told me was bring power all the way out and then knock just a little bit in. And I'm just gonna hold it up. Hold, oops, a little bit high, a little bit high. Hold it. It's a little bit high. A little bit high. Hold it. Hold it. There. And then we stop. And then we hope. Stop. And of course, I freaking. I do the things that I'm supposed to. I don't not do the things I'm not supposed to. I'm sorry. I think I need 4 notches of things on my short field landings. Oh. Yes. But there's only 30 in this plane. Okay. So now we're going to do a short field takeoff. To a power off 180. Brakes. Rev it. And go. And we climb out at VX. Ooh! We're getting very close to the end of that runway. Climbing out at VX, which I think is like 55-ish. And then he'll be like, all right, you're good. And then we go to VY, which is, I don't know, probably like 65. And I'm pretty sure I didn't put flaps in for my soft field takeoffs. Oh my God. I will, you know what? I intend to starting earlier so that I can get some proper sleep. Because honestly, these are all things that I should not be forgetting, even if it's just the sim. I apologize. I apologize for everything. 1800. So we're turning and we're turning and we're attempting a power off 180. Attempting being the key word. And then we will quick look at our thingy. The little nav map. Our track, our ground track. I don't have any flaps in. So, for the soft field takeoff, you do flaps. Short field takeoff, you apparently don't. Usually because there's an obstacle. At least this is what commercial instructor has said, that usually the 172s at least, I think-ish, a lot of times the POH is, for the love, specifies that for if there's an obstacle, you don't use flaps in the short field takeoff. Oh my God, sorry. Okay, carb heat's out. Thousand foot. Idle. Best glide. Think I did, you didn't see it. Yes, I have a little button here, so I can be very sneaky about it. Okay, stop getting close to the freaking runway. Ooh, okay. And we're turning and we're turning and hoping for the best. Oh, okay. It's okay to be a little bit high. It is okay to be a little bit high. It is okay to be a little bit high in the plane, in the altitude, for your altitude, for the power off 180, because actually that does seem like, we're gliding and we're gliding. We're aiming and we're aiming. Why do I feel? Why is it so? That windsock is possessed. Oh God. Oh God. We're gonna say that was within 200 feet. Say yay, and then we still continue flying the plane. Oh my God, brakes work, for the love. Where am I supposed to? You know what? I don't wanna. We're turning around on the grass. I am tired. If I repeat, oh God, what was I repeating? If I repeat it enough, if it comes true. I'm so over my freaking pedals this even. If I'm gonna miss the point, can I go around? Genuinely curious. Okay.
Runway 0422.
Okay, so I want to say I think you're not supposed to, at least on the power off 180. But I think I have heard that sometimes DPs allow it, question mark? I'm not sure though. I don't think you're supposed to. On a check flight, it's not going to go well. Right. Yeah, yeah. And then we're just gonna whip it into place. So, wherever we are, traffic. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1 clear of runway 4, I think. For short field, yes. So I think you get one go around for the entire flight. I could be wrong with that. So for either your short field or soft field, if you needed to, you could. And then yes, for safety, definitely. We're still flying the plane. We're still in Checkride mode. We did the thing. We cleaned up some of the plane and then not the rest of it. Oh God, I'm sorry. Sorry. I am apparently just fully out of it this evening. So, we do the thing. We check all the things. Then we turn all the things off. And then we kill it. Just like we killed that practical exam. Why did it not count it? It did not give me my logbook. And then I have to chalk it. P-toe cover. DP might give you a second shot depending on other circumstances, like super busy pattern, right, lots of instructions from tower, etc. Mine's not towered, so I don't have that problem. Control space. Excellent. And then hopefully he shakes my hand and says, "Congratulations, you're done." And then I assume he means just with this thing and not that I passed. And then he goes inside to do paperwork, and only then do I understand it. So it happened on my private check ride. Totally didn't think that I passed. Okay, so we did the thing. We're going to quick look out and see how beautiful it is. We didn't look outside the plane at all when we were up there. We should have. Oh, well. Okay. So that was that. We'll look at a little nav map. Oh. Shoot, did I not have multiplayer on? I probably didn't have multiplayer on. Oops. I turned it off earlier and then I forgot to put it back on. Oops. Oh well. It would have been hard to follow along with that disaster anyway. Okay. So there, and a little nav map is there. Cambridge Muni is where we're at. Kilo Charlie Delta India. Oh God, look at that spaghetti. So we took off, went straight. We did our clearing turn. Then we did steep turn, and then we did steep turn, and then another steep turn. Oh, because we did steep turn, and then I think we did accelerated stall. Or I don't know. I don't remember what we did. And then we did something there. Oh, was that stall? Probably we were doing stalls. Uh-oh. Did we stray into airspace we weren't supposed to? Oh, no, it's... No, I think we're good. I turned it into a double. That's right. I went twice. I forgot about that. Oops. Gosh darn it. And then we turn around to do, I don't know, other stalls, I think. Yeah, we did some stuff. And then, I assume this was where I was trying to do the was that a TFR? No, it looks like, oh, no, it is. It's just the echo. We're okay. The falling leaf stall, I assume, is this situation because it's strange looking. Not something I haven't seen before. And then I don't remember what we did, to be quite honest. We were doing stuff. And then we did Shandell and no Lazy 8. Not yeah, that was Lazy 8. And then Lazy 8. And then we got turned around. Or no, that would have been a Shandell. That would have been the Shandell. Sorry. And then something happened in here. Here's the steep spiral. So steep spiral was here, and then here, and then here. So we stayed nearby the row. But I definitely have to work on where the how my bank is adjusting for the wind correction. Our 8, I think, is here like this. And then it gets a little bit large on this side. And then did I just go out like that? Ew. So that looks good, but then that is less so. It's not as like nice squished 8 as it should be. And then I don't know, we did some Lazy 8 maybe? I don't know. And then we came around, we did short field landing, soft field takeoff, soft field landing, short field takeoff. And then we did our power off 180, and I don't know how they went. Thankfully not LOL, and thankfully it happened in the sim. Oh yes, I'm very good about it in real life. The one time though, there was a runway close that we were going to, and I had checked everything beforehand, but on our way there, it was like a 10-minute flight. All of a sudden, it was notamed closed. So that was kind of strange. I thought that they sometimes had in the future ones. So that was yeah. Gotta be careful all the time. So yeah, so that was I apologize for what that was. That was the first of, I apologize for this as well, many mock commercial check rides. We did a lot, we went over a lot of the ACS. There's so much I have to do yet. And then we ended up getting through all the things. Whether they were done well is the question. And yeah, so there is. There's so much I have to go over. I'm just even more aware now of how much I still need to do before actually doing the Checkride thing. So another good catchphrase. I know I'm better. I promise I am better in real life. I take it much more seriously. I'm kind of a bit uptight about it, so that's another reason why I kind of let myself be a little bleh on the sim or in the sim. But yes, I promise I do. Yeah, all of my stuff is pretty much passable. Yeah, at this point. So yes, so I kind of want to get at least one more Shakespeare in, so we'll probably do Shakespeare on Thursday. And then beyond that, I'm going to kind of leave it up to whatever needs to happen. Like maybe we'll keep going with the Chips Challenge and the Shakespeare. The Chips Challenge on Sunday and the Shakespeare. Not Shakespeare, oh my god, Sherlock. We're reading Sherlock right now. So probably Sherlock on Thursday. And we'll see what we start doing on Sundays, if we continue with the Chips Challenge, or if I get sleep, or we keep working on this stuff. So we'll see how that pans out. As always, Tuesdays are flying, and what time am I starting Thursday night? So it usually ends up being, let me do the math quick. Anytime between like 0200 and 0400 Zulu. So usually like around when I started tonight, but I really need to start earlier, so I'm hoping to. I'll keep you posted. I don't know if you're on my Discord. I can throw that up there. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow. And as always, thank you, Charlie Foxtrot, so much for all of the help. And Charlie Foxtrot has a great stream. Doing it tomorrow. Check him out. And yes, and I do. Everybody, I appreciate all of like the help and the questions to get me thinking about stuff and calling me out on stuff because I need it. I can't. I have to go to bed. I'm sorry. I can throw you over to stay for 2 more hours. That I definitely cannot do. I can try and throw you over to somebody if you have anybody in mind. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll quick see if there's anybody on right now. There's usually not, but we can see. If I was able to get started earlier, I could do, well, I would say I could do longer streams, but this one has been going for 3 freaking hours already. But yes, we'll see if there's anybody on we can send you over to. That way you don't feel so bad about me not staying. All right. Looking. If you get a comp, you might do some flight sim twitching. Do it. It is. It's so much fun, and I love the people. Pat yourselves on the back. And it's just been so much fun getting into this. And it was basically getting into this was right around the time when I was getting into aviation itself, and it's just been so much fun doing both of those. So we're gonna check out this one. This one might be fun. Okay, here we go. I think this is where we're going. Just started, got some bush flying. So again, whoever got lost and found their way here or found their way back, thank you so much. I can never say it enough. I really do appreciate it. It's so much fun. And yeah, I do. It makes it even better doing this stuff. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with me. See you next time. Yes, I do. I hope to see you again soon. Again, Thursday. I'm pretty set on doing the Sherlock, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll just start figuring it out after that. Otherwise, the main thing or the solid thing is Tuesdays for the flying. And thanks for the thing tonight. You're welcome. Thanks for being here for the thing tonight. When you stop crying, oh no. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I do. I just love doing this, but also I'm so tired and I kept making so many mistakes. So it's like it's better. It's better this way. So yes. So yes, I'll get this thing ready to go. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm so sorry. I know where we're going. I'm just not. I don't have the. Yeah. Oops. There we go. That thing. Oops. Okay. Boom. All right. We're ready, I think. I think that's it. If I've forgotten anything, my brain has been mush. I think the entire stream. So I apologize for that. I didn't mean to. And yes, do. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great whatever it's going to be for you. And until next time. I don't have the thing yet. What thing don't I have? What don't I have? I'm sorry. This thing? It's gonna be ready. It's ready. We're doing the thing. So yes. Again, thanks for being here. Bye. Have a good time in the raid. And yeah. Thanks and bye.